Hello everyone, Jessica here with Cardinal Signs. Welcome to your July mid-month update. So we're going to take a look at general energies and messages coming in for the second half of July, and then we'll take a peek into what you can expect regarding love and romance in particular. So this video is time-stamped. You can scroll to the description box, find your sun sign, and when you click on that, it'll take you to the point in the video where I talk about you. So enjoy the readings. Thanks for watching. Hi Capricorn, I hope that you're doing well. So I've pre-shuffled here and we've got some cards that have fallen out for you. So right off the bat, we've got the Lovers here. So it does look like love is highlighted for you in the second half of July. We've got the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Tower. Okay, so we have some kind of major truth being brought to light here. The Tower is fairly disruptive energy. With the Lovers, it can indicate that you are making some kind of choice, or waiting on some kind of news, perhaps. Waiting on some news from your partner or potential partner. And this choice doesn't have to be about love. The Lovers is just inherently about two things. There's a duality here. So whether it's for love for you or not, there's something that you're waiting to, probably to understand better, or something that you're waiting to hear. And it's going to be very significant, and it's probably going to shake you up a little bit. With this Seven of Pentacles, it's kind of like things have been fairly calm, but you feel that something is coming. You can kind of feel that nervous tension in the air. So yeah, major truth being revealed here. And this is something that you have probably been hoping for to help break that tension. I almost feel like there's been a silence where something hasn't been said, something hasn't been communicated. And once it is, there's going to be a fairly major shakeup. So towards the end of the month, it looks like things are really going to pick up and start getting quite exciting for you, Capricorn. Because this looks like it's so love and romance focused, let's get into these cards here. I'm just going to put them over top. So we have the King of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Swords again. The Five of Wands. And the Eight of Cups. Okay, so some of you, this will represent you. With the Pentacles here, the Earth sign. Others of you might be dealing with a significant Earth sign as well. Perhaps a Capricorn such as yourself, a Taurus, or a Virgo. But there is some serious communication going on here between you and probably another person. This feels very interpersonal to me. I think there's been some kind of unspoken conflict. Like, I was picking up on that tension in the air, just looking at the original cards that came out. But this Five of Wands really speaks about tension, things that have not been said but are all of a sudden going to be really brought to light in a big way through this Tower. For some of you, this Tower is going to be significant in the sense that you may be needing to walk away and get some space, whether that's like I'm done walking away, or just I need a little bit of breathing room, get my head back in, back on my shoulders, thinking straight before I can come back in here. So this combination here with the Five of Wands and the Tower can really indicate some interpersonal conflict. These are arguments that really shake things up. I'm going to pull one more card. Yeah, okay. I don't read reversals. I don't know which way I had laid the cards down, but we have the Four of Cups here. So definitely there's some retreat going on. These two cards together they're very introspective. They're very much about you needing to take some time alone, claim your own space, and just think things through. There's a lot of new information coming to light that you're going to need to process here. Be careful with your communication. Think very carefully about your words and the way that you say things to other people, because that really makes a difference here. I just want to look at all these cards again. Yeah, there's definitely, you're being guided to think. This is the Seven of Pentacles is about pausing. It's like that moment before you speak. So try to avoid being impulsive. This also goes for the Eight of Cups. Avoid rash behaviors that you may regret after the heat of the moment has faded, because there's definitely going to be a heat of the moment with this Tower and the Lovers going on here. So just be prepared for that. Let's pull an additional card for you, Capricorn. Message of guidance for Capricorn for the second half of July. Enchantment. This is speaking about the Lovers, I think. And it's almost like, with all the cards that have come here, there's some kind of spell that's been put on you, and it's going to be broken. Like the spell is being broken, which is a good thing, because we don't want to live in some kind of false story. We want to make sure that we are rooted firmly in reality here. So we want to make sure that we are not being disillusioned or living in a fantasy world. So these two aces are coming in very strong and revealing to you the truth of the matter. So there is not going to be any doubt about what is real and what is not real. So a lot of clarity coming in, especially for interpersonal relationships. A lot of information. So hopefully that was helpful for you, Capricorn. Moving on now to Aquarius. So we've got some cards here falling out for you, Aquarius. So we'll start off with your general messages. So first card out was this Queen of Pentacles, followed by the Eight of Cups. I want to make sure you can see that. Now we've got the Lovers, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. Oh my goodness. Okay. Capricorn had a very love-themed reading as well. So let's see here. Can you see all of this? There we go. So I'm just going to put them in the order that they came out, because I think that makes the most sense in this case. Love is super highlighted for you, second half of July. Now this is the general part of your reading, but you've got the Lovers right in the center, and you've got 3 people, and you have walking away. So we're just going to go with it here. It looks like some of you are, perhaps there is a love triangle going on here. We've got 3 people. Now, doesn't matter male or female, because this is general, but some of you might be dealing with an earth sign. For others of you, this is just somebody who represents, stability and security for you. They're very reliable. They're very reliable, dependable. They're very they feel very safe, like they've got everything covered. You feel very good with them. But for some reason, some of you are walking away from this. You have a choice here between 2 people. That is inherently what the Lovers can represent. a choice between two people. And it looks like you're making that choice, because we have here you. One of these are you. You've got a Queen of Swords and a King of Swords. And this Queen is inviting in this King, or vice versa. But they are coupled up and paired together. So it looks like some of you are doing some rearrangement in your love life. So could be a little bit of turmoil going on with that. For others of you, this Queen of Pentacles is going to be more so an energy rather than a person. Some of you are leaving behind something that is very certain. Like you knew, thinking about this thing, you know exactly what to expect about this. There's not much that's unknown about whatever this is. And you're leaving that behind. And you are going in search of something that is new and fresh and passionate and exciting and unexpected. Something that opens up more possibilities for you. So this is very interesting. Always make sure this is a very introspective card, this Queen of Pentacles. She's thinking very deeply about whether or not she's going to part with this pentacle or not, with this pairing here. So make sure you take that time to really think and consider. So let's take a look now. I'm just going to move these cards out so we can keep them in mind. We have the Three of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So at first glance, you are very gung-ho about moving on. But I think that this is still in the process of being in your mind, where you're thinking about it rather than actually acting on it. Because there's still a lot of holding off and waiting, even more thinking, even more considering with these Four of Swords and this Four of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. You're really scoping out the situation with this Three of Wands. You're trying to get a feel for where this could lead you. But you're also afraid of letting go of that safety and security of that Queen of Pentacles. And again, this can be an energy as well. It doesn't have to be a person. For some of you, this could be a job. Because we have Pentacles factoring in very strongly here. So some of you, this is love. Some of you, this is probably more career, job, finance oriented. So you have two fours here. This is your security and your stability. And in between that is wedged the Six of Pentacles, which is equality and fairness. This is also an abundance flowing into your life, an abundance with the potential to nourish something that's new. We can see here with this Six of Pentacles that there's something new growing here that you are feeding and nourishing with your energy and your attention. There's a lot of promise here. We just have to make sure that we take the time and space to really consider all aspects here. What are you letting go? What are you willing to let go? What do you need to think about that you haven't considered yet? Is this a fair exchange? Are you letting go of something that you will receive another of equal value? You want to make sure that's a fair exchange. You don't want to shortchange yourself here out of impulsiveness. We have the Wheel of Fortune. This is an incredibly strong card. I feel it is the strongest card within all of these. Things are moving and things are happening, and there's only so much that you can do about it. You are being granted the time and space that you need right now to mull things over and kind of refresh your vision, because things have been changing in the recent past, and things are going to continue to change, and you feel that, and you're being allowed the time and space to process that and allow your spirit and your mind and your heart to catch up to everything that has happened thus far, so that you are prepared for the changes that are yet to come, because there are changes yet to come, Aquarius. Fairly big changes. These are things that we don't have a lot of control over. And this is the card that wants to come out for you. So we've got gentleness. This is gentleness with yourself, being kind and gentle and patient with yourself. Try not to judge yourself too harshly. It's difficult because we hold ourselves to very high standards, and we want the best for ourselves, and we want the best for the people that we love and care for. At the end of the day, we can only do our best, and part of that is being sure to be kind to yourself, and to allow yourself, some forgiveness for little mistakes that you've made. This is a very future-looking energy with the Three of Wands and gentleness. And you yourself, Aquarius, you have your hand outstretched towards the future, welcoming it, beckoning it forward. So I feel that by the end of the month, you will be very prepared for these changes, these big changes that are coming your way. So I wish you all the best with that. Moving on now to Pisces. Okay, Pisces, I've let your cards fall out. So we're going to start off with the general messages coming in here. So the first card, we have the Three of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Nine of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this is beautiful. Don't be daunted by this Nine of Swords in the middle here. So, you have been working incredibly hard. Very hard. We've got 3 Pentacles here. It's like you've been starting from the bottom, and you have been progressively working your way up the ladder. You've been very action-oriented. You're coming in here with fire and action energy behind you. So this is really nice to see. You're very solid. You have a lot of goals that you want to achieve, and the means to achieve them in this last half of the month. Now, I feel like there has been worry about money. Some significant worry about finances, whether there's going to be enough, perhaps worry about job security. And these are things in the past, because this King is looking back here. So the worry is not in the future. We have coming in for you so much abundance. We have the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So these are things that you have worked very hard on to achieve and bring into your life. The energy of the 10 of Pentacles. You are now able to really enjoy all that you have accomplished, all that you have manifested into your life. This can be actual money. This can be things that bring you pleasure. This can be free time spent with friends and family. Anything that you have been working towards, it's coming for you. You also have the Ace of Pentacles. These are divine blessings being brought in. They're opportunities to grow this 10 of Pentacles even more. So you have this beautiful opportunity coming in. And these things usually just appear. We don't really have to do anything, but we can certainly invite them into our life and hope for them. But you'll know it when it comes in. And it's up to you to really welcome it towards you and see what you can do with it, see how you can grow it and further its potential. So this we can bring right back up to the beginning of the cycle and start doing that hard work again so that we can grow it and build it into this 10 of Pentacles and enjoy even more abundance. Beautiful. So let's take a look at your love life now for the second half of July. First card, we have the 6 of Cups. Second card, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Third card is the Wheel of Fortune. Fourth card, the 4 of Swords. And the fifth card, we have the King of Swords. Okay. So there is a lot of dreaminess going on, a lot of daydreaming. I think some of you are really imagining what it is that you want and desire in your love life. And you may have, with this 7 of Pentacles, actually started to take steps towards realizing that. Whether you're partnered or not, whether you're hoping for a partner to come in, there's this wonderful quality of dreaminess. And it's kind of like you're checking in and seeing on how your dream is doing. You know, where are you at in terms of achieving what it is that you want for your love life? We have big energy coming in here. The time is almost right. The 7 of Pentacles is about waiting. So you've probably been waiting for something to come in, waiting for something to change or shift for some time. This is a very content energy, but there's always room for more. So you have big changes coming in with this Wheel of Fortune for your love life. Major shift. These are things that we often can't control very much. They're coming in no matter what. Unless we do something quite radically to shift where we're at. But if we continue on with the way that we are, then this will come in for you. Now, for those of you who are single and looking, possibly an air sign coming in. I've got a King of Swords here, possibly an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or at least somebody who kind of has those qualities. Very intellectual, very in the mind, might be fairly independent, a bit more of a solitary kind of type. They like their personal space, they like their me time for sure, so just be aware of that. Now, I see you kind of taking some time to think about them. I don't think you're quite too sure about them at first, so take your time with that. No need to rush into things. That's the advice there. No need to rush. For those of you who are already coupled, your partner, either you or your partner or even both of you, are probably going to need some alone time. And by alone time, I mean the two of you separate alone time, where you're able to just kind of have your own space, do your own thing, just have some me time, basically. Take care of yourself so that when you come back together and spend time together, you feel refreshed. And I think that opportunity is going to come in where you're going to be able to do that. I'm going to pull an additional message for you. For Pisces. Nope, that's not the one. It doesn't want to come out. For Pisces. That one. Release. Interesting. Release. On both levels here, when it comes to the material world, I feel like this is a huge relief. It's like you're going to be releasing all of this anxiety and worry that you've been holding regarding money and finances and job security. So it's like this huge weight off of your shoulders. It's going to feel so good. There's a lot of green in this card along the bottom here. A lot of green, money. So it's good. Regarding love, release. I think this is speaking to the need that I'm seeing to let go, if your partner, to let go of each other a little bit. I'm not saying really like walk away here. I mean, just if it's been feeling a little bit stifled, you know, and cramped, just a little bit more breathing room, gentle exhale, basically, and then you can come back together again. Okay, so think of it that way: gentle exhale, where you have a little more space between you, and then you can come back together again, and it'll feel a lot more comfortable once you have that moment. So that opportunity is coming in here through the Wheel of Fortune. So I hope that these messages have been helpful for you, Pisces. Now on to Aries. Okay, Aries, we've got the cards that fell out for you. So we'll start off by talking about your general messages. So we got quite a few more cards than I meant to come out, but this bundle fell in my lap. It really wanted to come out, so we'll take a look at it. Hopefully we have enough room here. First card, we've got the Devil, followed by the Hierophant, followed by the Nine of Cups. So let's keep that as kind of a set. And then we've got all these cards here. So let's see. I want to put them in this way that they came out. So we've got the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Wands. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of struggle with authority figures, I think, with this Devil and the Hierophant, feeling like there are too many rules and they are really hindering you and holding you back from being able to do what you want and accomplish what you love. So that's going to be just something that you need to watch out for and work through. Try not to be too rigid. Really work on your flexibility, because it feels like there isn't too much that you can do about this. These are very like strict and set rules, and if you you know, step over that line, there are some fairly significant consequences, and I'm sure that you're aware of what those are. So just be careful with that. Quick message for a small portion of you. Some of you are being tempted, for those of you who are married or in long-term committed relationships, some of you may be facing some temptation to stray. So be careful with that. Be aware that there will be temptation and tendency to indulge in that. So just be careful. Now let's see what we've got going on down here. There's a sense of being overwhelmed with this Seven of Cups. And because there's so much going on around you, it's causing you to hold on very tightly to what you already have. And that's okay. You don't have to. When there are other things on the table, you don't have to take them if they don't speak to you. So don't feel like if what's on offer is not better than what you already have, let it go. You don't have to take it. Hold on to what is meaningful and significant for you. This could tie in with the temptation here, potentially. So if you've got something good going on, hold on to it. Don't let it go. Now we have here with the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands, this kind of trial period, I feel like you're being put through a test. For some of you, it's for your love relationship. For others of you, this is probably more so like work or some place where there are very strict rules or expectations. You're being put through a test is in some way in the second half of July. And I see you passing that test. You're ending the month with the Six of Wands. So it feels like you've got, you're able to keep your head on your shoulders, keep your head above the water, see through any deceptions, any false promises coming your way, any temptations, and you are sailing into a smoother phase of life where it's been a little bit tougher, perhaps, mid-July, but by the end of July, things will have turned out quite good for you. Now let's take a look at love in particular. So, these all just kind of flipped out. So we've got the World. We have the Six of Swords yet again. The Nine of Wands. The Moon. And the King of Swords came out. Okay. Definitely a feeling of transition and maturity as well coming in for your love life. You've come to a place where you have grown quite significantly, and it's like you're moving on to the next step, the next phase here. And you've been preparing and waiting for this for quite some time. So this is a very welcome change coming in. It's a smooth and peaceful change. This is not a turbulent, sudden change. This is something that you have anticipated, you're ready for. You know it's coming. And so you're just going to sail along into that new phase in your love life. Now this is going to bring a little bit of uncertainty because, we never know when there's change. There's some uncertainty here with the Moon. There can be a little bit of self-doubt, but ultimately you're going to be able to draw on quite a bit of your intuitive powers here. I think you and your partner, I'm going to take this King of Swords, no matter, if you're with somebody or you're looking for somebody. The message I'm getting is that you are very intuitively connected with your partner, whether you know them or not. There is some kind of nonverbal intercommunication probably happening in dream time, especially for those of you who are not currently partnered up, but you know that there's someone out there for you. You're probably visiting each other in your dreams while you're sleeping, and that happens a lot. So you can try something before you go to sleep. Ask to remember those encounters and see what happens. For those of you who are currently partnered, it just feels like you're going to have an even closer bond, an intuitive bond. It's like you're going to be on the same wavelength. You're going to be having very similar thoughts. They're thinking about, we haven't done this in a long time. Why don't we go do this? And you're like, I was just thinking about that. So very in tune. It feels really nice. All in all, this is really nice energy for you. So let's see here, Aries. Additional message of guidance for Aries. What else does Aries need to know for the second half of July? Additional message of guidance for Aries. Reflection. This is very appropriate because when we go from a place, the world is all about completion, and we can see here in this card how this woman is looking into this large orb, this large crystal ball, and she's reflecting on all of her experiences so far, all the things that she has experienced and accomplished in this phase. because the world is the end of a phase and it begins again with the Fool. So reflecting, which is really nice, and that happens often when we're in a time of transition. As I said, this is a very smooth and peaceful transition. There's not a lot of turbulence going on, so that's nice for you, Aries. So make sure you take the time to really reflect on where you've been and look forward to where you want to go. So I hope that these messages have been helpful for you. Moving on now to Taurus. Okay, Taurus. So we've got the cards that fell out for you. So we'll start with your general messages. First card, we've got the Ace of Wands. Second, the Two of Cups. Third, the Five of Cups. Fourth, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And we have Death. Okay. So it looks like for many of you, this is actually going to be a fairly strongly love-themed part of the month. You know, we've got the Two of Cups and we've got the Six of Cups here. We've got a potential suitor for those of you who are looking for love, and we've got a brand new passion. So that's coming in pretty strongly. And keep in mind, this is the general messages coming in. For those of you that you know, are not looking for love, and that's not really a concern for you right now, this is some kind of new passion, or potentially something that used to be a passion of yours that is being reignited. You are revisiting that potentially for the second time, and you're really trying to get that up off the ground and get that going. So this can be some kind of hobby that you really enjoy, something that you like to spend your free time doing. This could also be business related as well, something that you are very passionate about and want to get up off the ground. There is some major change and transition energy coming in to help to bring about that process. Now, for those of you that this is more of a love focus, and I feel that is for many of you, definitely a new love coming in here and an offer being made with this Knight of Pentacles. This is a potential to go really far. This is kind of like a soul connection. We've got the soulmate card here. So there's an instant recognition. With the Six of Cups coming in beside it, this is indicating to me that this is somebody either from your past that you knew a long time ago, and your love is being rekindled. Or this could be somebody that you do in fact have like a soul contract with, and you're coming together. Very possible that it's you who's making the offer, because this is a Knight of Pentacles, so earth energy. But for others of you, it will be someone approaching you with an offer. This has the power to really transform your life. Major changes being brought in with this energy. Very exciting changes, because all the other cards are very positive. You don't need to fear this change. It's more like it's a welcome transition. Very exciting. So let's see, all that being said, what your love cards have to say. So we have the Knight of Wands. We have the Two of Cups again. The Page of Swords. The Two of Pentacles. And Temperance. Okay. Well, we can't ignore that. The way that lined up. That's pretty significant. So I think a lot of you are going to be making a really strong connection with somebody. You may have already made that connection, and you're just going to be able to explore that a lot more deeply in the second half of July and onward. But a lot of passion here. This is something that you have been waiting for. with this Nine of Wands here. This is a very forward-looking energy. It's like there's a lot of anticipation, and you've been ready for this for so long, and you've been waiting for it, and finally it's coming. So much love with this person. It's amazing. Now, Page of Swords. Just be aware that this person, they're not going to, for some of you, they might not be won over right away. I feel like there is a lot of mutual feeling here, but they're a little bit reluctant or maybe even shy at first. They may be a little bit wishy-washy, you know, kind of juggling back and forth, you know, bouncing between heart and head. Or this could also be you. You know, maybe you're being a little bit reluctant and shy. Maybe this is fairly overwhelming for you. Maybe it's happening very suddenly. And you're having to kind of find a happy balance with this Temperance card of, you know, trying not to become overwhelmed with all of the changes coming in here. So it's nice that we have Temperance beneath the Death card, so we can balance our passion with practicality. So it's good. Let me just see what else I'm getting here. This person coming in is incredibly kind. With these two energies, Knight of Pentacles and Page of Swords, they're a very kind and gentle, you know, person, very caring. So let's get an additional message here for you, Taurus. What else does Taurus need to know for the second half of July? Additional message of guidance for Taurus for the second half of July. We'll take that one. Gentleness. I think Aquarius got that one as well. So this goes really well with the Temperance card. This is about making sure that you check in with yourself regularly and make sure that you're okay with the pace at which things are progressing. So you want to make sure if at any time you're feeling overwhelmed, like you're getting in over your head, things are perhaps going too quickly, because I can see that happening here with these energies, things going quickly. Especially if you're not sure about something, make sure to be very kind and gentle with yourself, and don't push yourself past the point of comfort. This person, you know, is very important and significant and has a very deep bond with you that you're going to come to realize. You probably, you know, you can kind of feel it at the beginning, but it will really deepen with time. So they don't want to put you in a place that's uncomfortable. Looks really nice. And I did say this person coming in is a very gentle spirit, so that could be their energy as well. So I hope that that was helpful for you, Taurus. Moving on now to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, so these are the cards that have fallen out for you. We've got quite a bundle here, more than I was really looking for, but we're going to take them all. Okay, these are your general messages. So to begin, we have the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Hierophant. We have the Emperor, the Star, and the Sun. Wow. Okay. Big energies going on here. So, I mean, you've got 5 major arcana. out of 7. So pretty significant stuff going on in the second half of July for you. So let me just take a look here and see. This Queen, someone's coming in and is offering you something. This can be someone offering you a job or a business opportunity, like a partnership. Some kind of it's going to be very interesting, whatever it is. It's going to be different for everybody, of course, but I see you being very interested. Your attention is really being piqued by this. Now, advice here is to consider it, of course, because I feel like it's very alluring. But don't be too impulsive. If this isn't something that you need to make a split decision on, if you're allowed to take a little time to kind of think it over, take that time and weigh the pros and cons. Because there's something here that's quite binding with the Hierophant. This can be an opportunity to join some kind of group of people, like some membership into some kind of group perhaps. And I feel like once you do, it's not that you can't get out of it, but it might be kind of, I want to say, like socially embarrassing to be like, oh, never mind, I don't really want to get into that. So just make sure that you really think things through before you just jump into that. Now we've got the Emperor, the Star, and the Sun. For many of you, this is going to be a really great business opportunity. Again, with thinking about it, because this is a partnership and the Emperor is very independent. So make sure that this partner is someone that you feel that you can work with for the long term, because this would be a long-term partnership. So make sure that you're very compatible on all levels here before you partner up with that person. That being said, you have amazing energy backing it up. We've got the Sun and the Star. So it really looks like you can't go wrong with this. That doesn't mean to go into it blindly, but just really strong supportive energy where this is going to feel really, really good for you. And I think it's going to definitely pan out. Like this Pentacle, like this is an offer of material abundance, money, more opportunities coming in. And with the Sun, that's really offering the energy that it needs to grow and flourish and become something quite substantial. This is probably something that you've been hoping and wishing for. Again, I just want you to consider your independence, because I feel like that's going to be something that is going to be a factor in your decision here. Do you want a partnership, or do you want to, have you been wishing and envisioning yourself more independent? Now let's take a look at your love energies. So we have the Three of Pentacles, the King of Swords. This King of Swords is very busy today. I think he's been in half of the reading so far. The Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. Definitely an opportunity for growth within a relationship. Mutual growth, where if you are partnered with somebody, and I do see a partnership going on here, we've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands. The two of you are really growing and expanding as a result of your communication, the clarity, and the strength of your communication skills. So those are going to be emphasized in the second half of July. There's a lot of communication, a lot of words going back and forth. I feel like it's really good stuff. It feels very like you're having new kinds of conversations, things that you don't normally talk about. It's good. It's really offering you some opportunities, both of you as individuals and as a partner, to really learn about each other and about yourselves. For those of you who are single and looking, as I said, new partner potentially coming in here. Someone that you can really rely on. They're very dependable, very supportive with this Three of Pentacles here. And you have a lot in common. Right off the bat, it's like you can't stop talking. Talk, talk, talk. If you're meeting somebody new, you're just going to be talking to all hours of the day and late into the night and do it all over again the next day. So lots of chatting back and forth, lots of messages. One of you might be a little bit more reserved, but I think the other one of you is really going to help break that individual out of their shell. So this could be you, it could be your partner or potential. But I feel like one of you is very warm and inviting and is kind of drawing that person who's perhaps a little more reluctant and shy when it comes to sharing. So it's really going to be a nice, equal conversation. It's not like one of you's like overwhelming the other and no one, one of you doesn't get a chance to say something. No, it feels very balanced and equal. Additional message of guidance for Gemini for the second half of July. Protection. Okay, I'm going to clear away these love cards because I don't think that that's related to love. We can see here in this card, there are two options here. And it's like this person, by placing their hands over either option, is getting a feel for the vibe of each of them. While I was going through this, I was getting very strongly, do I want a partnership or do I want to go it alone? So I think there are some options that you may be weighing, especially with Temperance and the duality in partnership inherent in the Hierophant. So there's a lot of intuition in this card, so I think you're going to be very in tune with your intuitive powers. So really draw on that. You can ask for further guidance if you're having a hard time weighing your pros and cons and deciding what it is that you want to do. You have that power behind you, so it's really lovely. Take your time to really feel it out. Test the waters if possible. So I hope that those messages were helpful for you, Gemini. So I hope you found these messages helpful. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Take care of yourself and enjoy the rest of your month, and I'll see you again in August.